The first monster sighting took place here 1,500 years ago. Apparently a ferocious beast leapt out of the water and ate a local farmer. Ever since then, the myth has grown, and most of the sightings have taken place right here in this bay. Family picnic on the idyllic banks of Loch Ness. But this home movie also shows something strange swimming nearby. British intelligence analysed this film shot in 1960 and concluded it is probably something animate. An animal? Millions of people have peered into this forbidding water in search of the truth.
I saw the head, the neck.
I think that it's some form of monster.
It was the very same colour as an elephant.
It was a monster.
Oh, there's no question about it.
And what's her colour?
Very dark grey. Shiny, because it was wet, obviously.
It was a big, tremendous thing.
Bob Rhines, an MIT professor, staked his reputation on proving that what he saw was a monster.
It came back right about in front of us and then submerged.
Submerged into this vast blackness, 750 feet deep, 23 miles long, 380 million years old. Down there, Rhines captured these extraordinary images.
This is probably progenitor of something that should have been dead 65 million years ago.
This photograph, taken back in 1934, fueled the Nessie obsession.
Loch Ness, the reputed haunt of a prehistoric monster.
It was going sort of... something like that.
This recent video shows a suspicious movement in the loch. But hang on. It's me, swimming, proving that it's easy to fake a sighting. You can't believe them all. And proving that this loch is inhospitable. I can say that's some of the coldest water I've ever been in. Just a few degrees above freezing today. The water is very dark. Not even a lot of fish live in this loch. So what kind of monster would want to call this home? Well, that looks a lot like a plesiosaur. A dinosaur that resembles other lake monsters spotted around the world.
That I don't happen to believe that Loch Ness is Jurassic Park. I think it's about the last place on Earth a warm water marine reptile of the Jurassic would actually want to live.
Adrian Shine has spent 30 years trying to prove Nessie doesn't exist.
I believe that there are illusions
like boat wakes or unusual currents created when warm surface water meets the cold water below, currents that make a floating log look like it's swimming upwind. In 1987, Shine masterminded a total sonar survey of the loch. They picked up strange shapes. A monster or just debris? No one knows for sure. For science, eyewitnesses are not proof enough.
We saw something. What it is, I wouldn't like to say.
But for me, they're enough to keep my imagination running wild. Now, in the past few years, there haven't been that many sightings, leading to a new theory that perhaps Nessie is dead. Some say a victim of global warming. And Bob Rhines, the man you just saw in that report, he wants to comb the loch bottom in search of her body. Who knows, Robin? Maybe Nessie will be easier to find dead than she ever was alive.
What do you believe, Mr. Watt?
Well, I'm a professional cynic, but 1,000 people claim to have seen it. No scientist can tell me that Nessie does not exist. And a good friend of mine, who's a very sober, upstanding individual, claims to have seen Nessie within 15 feet of the shore. He says he locked eyes with the big beastie. And you know what? I think I believe him.
I love how you said your source was sober, because that's one of the requirements in seeing the Loch Ness Monster. Nick Watt in his home, Scotland. Thanks so much, Nick. We appreciate that.